Right, what we have here, we have a beer mug. We have everything but the hands done. So this hand has has 4 fingers, so we're going to put 3 little lines in. This one only has 2. 1, 2. And I'm going to spray this because it's going to be kind of touchy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take I'm just going to make a little notches out. 1 and 2. This goes underneath. Okay, and then this one's the same way. I just put a little notch in, a little V-cut. Now you can use a V tool for this if you want. Depends how much room you've got, you know. You have a little more control when you use a knife than a V-cut once in a while. You can notch things out and stuff, so. So this has a little trim to the edge of the coat there. We're going to do that all the way on the bottom here. We're going to just put this along the bottom here because that's going to be the white trim part of the coat. Alright. And I like using the V-tool doing this because you can get it kind of deep and then you just kind of blend that in with a knife. He also has a little collar here that I put on. I'm trying to think if I did both of them like that or not. Now this one doesn't have it. You can put it on, you don't have to. I think it looks better to put it on. It's a little more work with the V-tool and putting on the extra work into it. My glasses are giving me a problem here, so I'm sorry about that. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to kind of bring this out and around. Again, I use my V-tool. I'm going to spray it a little bit. And I'll go up here and we're going to that's why you don't want those arms to go all the way to the top, because you want it a little bit down at the bottom here. Alright. Alright, so we have those 2 cuts, and then we have one more cut. We have the black band for the belt. Let's go down a little further. Alright, again I take the V-tool and I make my lines. I find that sometimes I can do a better job pushing this across than doing it with the knife. It's just a little easier. I'll blend this all together. And we'll finish up the hair and the other stuff, and it should be pretty well finished. Alright. Now, this is going to go in a little bit deeper, and there we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, so what we want to do back here is we just want to take our knife and just kind of have the trim and the belt stick out a little bit more. Alright. Okay, see how you can just kind of follow that because your V-tool already did the work. Just taking your knife and kind of recut that a little bit, and it just makes it look nice, clean, and crisp. Alright, same thing with here. You're just going to do a little bit of a cut. And you know, if you cut it a little bit deep, when you go to paint it, sometimes it doesn't bleed from one to the other either when you have it cut. But you don't want all these lines everywhere either. You want to just be careful. It's really a judgment call. Alright, so what we have now is just have to finish up trim everywhere. So I'm going to take my V-tool. I'm going to sharpen it up a little bit on my tool back here. Just give me a second. Alright, I'm going to wet the hair to make it a little bit easier. And we're going to start with the hairline. We're just going to start going back and forth here. You can crisscross a little bit, you know, in different directions, and that works pretty well. Little strokes are good. Yeah. And I go to the bottom here and I kind of do the same thing. If you have a little toothbrush, that can help you clean up your, you know, get those little pieces to come out a little bit. But you want to be careful if you use any kind of brush that you don't hit the wood too hard, because then you'll get it all. Be careful of fuzzy, you know, fuzziness kind of stuff. So you notice I do one layer at a time. I do about 3 different layers and work my way up to the top. And I'll be flipping this over in a second to do the rest of it, just like so. And you know, it's just takes practice. You know, the more you do, the easier this becomes for you, and you don't have to really think, oh, this is where I need to put a line. You just kind of know what to do and try to make it look like there's a flow to it a little bit. Okay, just like so. That's done. And then same thing with this little thing here. This is usually at an angle, and I'll do the bottom part first, and I want to be careful I don't hit it into the jacket too much, because then it looks really weird. But you know, again, that comes with practice and just keeping at it. Now, if some of this doesn't free up at the very corner, you just can take your knife and score it again. It can usually free up those pieces a little bit better.